against all the evil that hell can conjure, all the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you.
Doom is eternal, and so is your rage for the blood of demons. Let's dive right into Earth and start slaughtering our foes and taking back our world. But first, I want to give a shout out to Armsman. Be sure to check out their work down below, and let's dive into this review, shall we? Taking place after the events of the kick-ass 2016 reboot of the series, Doom Eternal tasked the Doomslayer with reversing the hellification of Earth and kicking the demons off our world one shotgun blast at a time. Throughout the game, new secrets and old allies or even foes will surface to wreak havoc once again. And it's time for Doom Guy to rip and tear it until it is done. Because those titans are huge! And that means they have huge guts! Rip and tear! Development-wise, this is the first game to utilize the fantastic id Tech 7 engine, which is the latest in their line of engines that leads all the way back to the original Doom engine. Though obviously this engine features major improvements over the previous game's engine, which was id Tech 6, which serves to make the game run smoother, look better, and overall be much more cleanly optimized due to the removal of a large amount of unnecessary, redundant, or antiquated code. Basically, this means this game was a perfect showcase for their shiny brand new toy. One of the biggest things the development team wanted to do was go back visually to a style reminiscent of the original two Doom games, which means a lot of the returning enemies have clear visual inspirations from the original Doom 93 and Doom 2 games, such as the Soldier, the Archvile, so check out some of the fantastic concept art that shows this. Another big focus of the development was the Doom Dance, aka the game loop that they determined was the most optimal decision for keeping the player actively engaged and constantly fighting and moving, instead of being able to play the game more passively like say Call of Duty where you just hide behind cover and pew pew. And that is a great segue into the gameplay in my opinion. As said at the end of the last part, the Doom Dance was a major part of the gameplay's development cycle. It's how the game keeps throwing bigger and bigger challenges at you. By allowing you to decide when and how you replenish your health, ammo, and armor, you constantly are kept on your toes moving, bobbing, and weaving in and out of combat in a symphonic crescendo of blood, metal, bullets, and gore. To do this, the game gives you all the tools you'll need to stay alive, along with some additional pickups and loot, both out in the open and hidden away in secrets, to keep the fight going as well as continually expanding your arsenal. Let's start with the first major tool you'll pick up for the cycle, the chainsaw. Once fueled, you'll be ready to hack your foes to pieces in an explosion of ammo, gore, and more, depending on your upgrades chosen. This baby ensures that no matter the arena pickups, you can always replenish your ammo for your most favorite toys, excluding the BFG and Unmaker, whose ammo can only be found as pickups in the world or hidden away as secret pickups. Glory kills are your HP top-ups. Damage a demon enough to the point that they start flashing, and you'll be able to get on top of them for a brutal close quarters execution that changes based on the angle of attack. And this causes them to explode into a pile of HP pickups. The next tool in your arsenal, the Flame Belch. This sets enemies ablaze, which will cause them to drop armor upon being damaged or killed, which will certainly help to keep you alive and in the fight. Now that we have the main source of HP, ammo, and armor out of the way, now let's look at the other tools that'll keep your ass alive. First up is the Grenade Launcher. This bad boy blows up demons, staggers them back if they're too tanky, and ultimately gives you more room to move. But it has another variant, that being the Ice Bomb. Now this baby freezes the enemy solid, and once upgraded enough can also cause enemies to explode into a rain of HP if killed while frozen. The next alternative HP and pain source is the Blood Punch. Now this baby can have a variety of effects, ranging from just a close range AoE that does large amounts of damage, to being able to explode armor off of larger demons, to even making things killed by it explode into even more HP. This is recharged via glory kills or via tokens found in the environment. Now, if you played the older games, you'll definitely recognize the vast arsenal this game sports, along with a couple newbies in the mix, ranging all the way from the trusty and reliable pump shotgun and super shotgun, all the way up to a 4 minigun death machine and the holy grail of boomsticks, the BFG 9000, the OG ass kicker, the room clearer. Every weapon has a goal, a purpose, something they can do really well and can maintain its use and relevance throughout the entire game. The starting shotgun can always kick ass, either pumping buckshot into zombies, or letting grenades fly towards enemy groups, or becoming a fully automatic flurry of pellets. Every weapon in this game has a default fire and 2 optional mods that can be swapped to at any time, except the BFG and Unmaker, which only have 1 mode each, but they tear ass so hard they don't need them. This wide and diverse arsenal really lets you vary up how you fight and approach situations, and it ensures you've always got options. Augmenting this already impressive arsenal is the upgrade system that uses 2 currencies, and no, there's not any microtransaction style currencies. Both currencies are just used for upgrading different things. Weapon and suit tokens let you upgrade your weaponry and armor, give them additional stat increases or abilities. Weapons can also have additional mastery challenges that, when achieved, further enhance the weapon, such as the super shotgun gains the ability to set the hook shot alight, allowing you to blast your hooked victim for a armor boost. Armor tokens allow you to upgrade your armor and equipment with additional abilities, which can range from, say, grenade cluster bombs that stagger enemies, or enhancing your map abilities to find secrets easier. And the final upgrade currency is the crystals. These crystals that, when found, let you upgrade your HP, armor, and ammo capacities, and also unlock further abilities for your loadout. Now, if you played Doom, then one thing about Doom that's been in since the beginning is secrets. There's Easter eggs and goodies everywhere. Search high and low, near and far. Check every single nook and cranny you can for these. They range from music you can listen to in the base and little plastic figurines of the enemies in Doom Guy, to references like the fact that Daisy the Rabbit is hidden in every single level of the game, and she urges you to kill them all. Avenge me, Doomslayer. Slaughter all the demons. To extra lives, and even actual fucking cheat codes in the form of floppy disks. And you want to find all these floppy disks, because once you do, you unlock the ability to play the original Doom games within the game itself. That's right, we've gone full Doomception. Honestly, Doom Eternal's gameplay is something I find myself just always coming back to. It's just so damn fun, even on the highest difficulty. That isn't the you die and you restart the entire game difficulty. I'm not that crazy. You want pride and accomplishment, EA, though? This is how it's fucking done. Make a game that's so good that people just want to play harder and harder and get better and better. Not with virtual slots for the multiplayer roster. Speaking of, there is multiplayer in this game. It's not quite the old school deathmatch, but it does let Doom guys face off against demons, which is cool, and they also have the ability for players to be summoned into the actual game, much like Dark Souls, as enhanced demons that you have to fight off, which is a weird but interesting addition. Now, speaking of demons, let's talk enemies. There's dozens of enemies in this game, ranging from the old mainstays like the shotgunners and archviles, to plenty of new assholes that just can't wait to take a chunk out of you, and they're used in widely varied combinations to keep you always on your toes. The enemy variety is fantastic, and I love how destructible enemies are. As you damage them, they will quite literally fall to pieces as flesh chips off of them and bones become exposed. Another thing returning for 2016 is parkour. You'll have to maneuver around the environment, often jumping, dashing, and swinging, and even hookshotting off of enemies to get places or dodge around the battlefield. But it does play better than 2016, so it's not bad. We've discussed how it plays, but now let's dive into how it looks and runs, as well as the atmosphere and how it sounds. If you thought 2016 Doom looked good, well, this game kicks ass even more. Everything's shinier, bloodier, gorier, and runs silky smooth. I don't think I noticed any real visual errors outside the faintest hints of pop-in. Even then, I didn't notice them very much. The new engine's very well optimized, and god is it a blast to see the demons just get ripped more and more to shreds by everything you can deal out. There's something just insanely satisfying about watching a group of enemies you set ablaze also explode into a huge stockpile of armor pieces and bloody gore. So if you're a fan of 2016 Doom or the mod for the original Dooms called Brutal Doom, you're gonna love this. Now let's talk more about the atmospheric side of the presentation. This game knows how to set a fucking atmosphere. The intro of Earth in Chaos, combined with Doom Guy prepping his equipment to jump in and kick ass, is awesome. Coupled with more of Mick Gordon's fantastic heavy metal soundtracks that 2016 brought to the table.
Please, anyone, if you can hear me, if you're out there.
Attempting to acquire the Hellpriest signal.
Nearly 60% of our planet has been consumed by the invaders.
We have the Hellpriest signal locked in.
The soundtrack is fantastic at both engaging the player and keeping the player involved in the chaos all around, making it easier to fall into the rhythm of the battle for me. Not to mention, it's just good shit to listen to. Metal music makes everything better. I don't play any on stream or YouTube anymore due to DMCA, but I used to chill out on live streams with power metal backing the gameplay just because I love fucking metal. Oh hell yeah, this is a straight up buy. A game that isn't filled with the bullshit that AAA games have been shoving down our throats for the last decade. A game that's just all about being a fantastic and fun game that serves to be the example of a sequel that does everything right in my opinion. Yeah, fucking go and buy it. If you're a fan of old school FPSs, or as they're called nowadays, boomer shooters, but you want one that's shiny as fuck and high speed, rip-roaring action, then yeah, Doom Eternal ticks all the boxes. It's fan-fucking-tastically good gameplay, an amazing soundtrack, a solid story, and continuation of 2016 that answers questions everyone had. Yeah, this is my 2020 game of the fucking year, and I'll be covering the DLC separately as there's a lot to do there as well. But my opinion of that so far is pretty damn good as well. Seriously, if you need a game to blow off steam with and you want a treat, go pick this game up. It's absolutely the best thing in my opinion from 2020. Fuck The Last of Us Part 2. That game was a moldy cherry on the shit sundae that was last year. And fuck Resident Evil 3 Remake. That game was the rancid chocolate sauce on said sundae. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to support me and the artist down below. All of our links are located in the description. This has been Core, and I'll see you next time.